All right, well, welcome back to the Kevin and Greg live show. You might have noticed that a lot of our social profiles, our logo on Apple Podcasts, Spotify has changed. And we want to talk to you about all those. There's a lot of changes, right? Kevin just got his new house. He's in the process of moving and took some time to make sure that we get this podcast out today. He's enjoying the spoils of his plunder with this new house. So congrats to Kevin on that. But yeah, we have some pretty big news, and we've been kind of holding out for a long time to share this with you. But we are now Kevin and Greg live. We are still awkward. That will never change. But I mean,
You're you're awkward, dude. I am. Look at me, dude. Look how cool I am, man. I'm in my pool. I got my hat on. I mean, if I took my hat off, my haircut's a little awkward, but other than that, dude, like, look, I'm like, I could be like in Vanilla Ice's like entourage, I think.
yeah, I mean, speaking of even more changes, Kevin shaved his beard off a
Yep.
couple of months ago. Yeah, there's a lot of new things happening. So, yeah, we just want to take some time to share with you guys. It's been 5 years. A lot of you have been following us. We have a lot of like loyal listeners. We really appreciate it. But I think it comes a time for us to, you know, change things up a little bit. And our little podcast we started, 5 years ago has morphed into a media company. Essentially, we have coaching, we have a Facebook group with nearly 7,000 operators. We have an event that we expect to have 400 operators this year. Like this has really grown into something bigger. And Kevin presented this to me about a year ago, and he's like, "We really need to rebrand because."
Wait a minute. I didn't fucking present anything to you, motherfucker. I gave you a great piece of advice, and then because we're 50-50 partners on this shit, you fucking didn't want to listen to me when I knew I was right and I knew you were wrong. So, as always,
I'm not
you know,
saying that I was wrong or you're
listen.
right,
I
but
don't present anything, okay? I fucking say, like, this is what I think we should do. And then you're like, I'm smarter, which 99% of the time you are. And then the 1% of the time I'm fucking right. I get cast by your giant shadow, man.
but I did come around. And the reason why I did not want to go to the new branding is because we're still new. We were still building it, and I really didn't know what we were going to be yet. And when I asked a lot of our listeners, I'm like, "What do you guys think of the awkward? You love that name?" And a lot of people are like, "Well, we love the fact it's awkward." But that was when it was you and I just figuring this out. Like there was no business. A lot of people think we started this as a business. No, we started this for fun. We started this to have conversations and talk to thought leaders and other operators and just bullshit. Like, I mean, we had a lot of
Yeah.
shows where we just talked about what we wanted to, and we had a couple vendors reach out, a couple companies, and hey, we want to sponsor your show, and next thing you know, we have an event, and then next thing you know, we have more and more and more. So you have to. Those are the things that made me also want to look at, okay, what are we doing here? Are we just a podcast and being funny, or are we building something meaningful? So
I, you know, I always like struggle with this one, right? Because I've been in like the personal development space. I've always watched from afar a lot of larger business influencers give advice, and it's challenging. The reason it's challenging is because a lot of times, or oftentimes, we give advice, and sometimes the advice that I give, as I have not proven that, right? I'm just like, hey, I listen to some other guys that seem to be doing really well with this. Sometimes I give advice on things that, like, yes, I have a proven track record of doing. At the end of the day, we still are just two guys bullshitting, and it's up to you to take what we do or take what we say and run with it or throw it in the trash or keep the meat and throw out the bone. And sometimes I feel like I have this like overwhelming like responsibility to you guys to want to see you win or want to see you take the stuff and run with it. And then I say what I say, I get on the stage and I say what I say, and then I get off and I walk away. and that's because not that I don't care or want to have the conversation or whatever. It's because it's been my experience that 9 times out of 10, operators, small business owners, not just water sports, the whole thing, they don't do it. You can say, you can talk to your blue in the face, but it doesn't get done. And this is also a Destiny Water Adventure. So I guess I just say all that to say that I really appreciate everyone listening and taking the time to listen to myself, my big mouth. Greg is always smarter. Like, I call Greg all the time and need his advice. And so yeah, as far as like Greg and Kevin live, Kevin and Greg live, I don't even know what it's called anymore. I appreciate you listening, and really, Greg, I appreciate you taking the time out of your life to always just share it with the operators. And one of these years, like, you're going to get the operator of the year award, because I feel like every year you deserve it. So if you're sitting in your car, give Greg a round of applause. No, I just mean to say I appreciate everybody who's listened throughout the years to the Awkward Watersports Guys, and I'm just so stoked and so psyched that we're finally going into the Greg and Kevin and Greg live platform to further explore ideas that are important to him and I, because for the last 5 years we have given to you guys, and we have given, and Greg still gives. Greg's way more generous than me. You guys hop in my DMs, there is a good chance I don't respond. And that's because if I had to respond to everybody's DMs and questions and conversations, and I get guys want to come in there and argue with me, like, cool, man, I don't know, I'm wrong. Feel free to start your own podcast. And 9 times out of 10, you won't, because this is incredibly hard. And the Greg and Kevin year, or the Awkward Watersport Guys years, would have not happened without Greg. I would have given up. He does all the, I mean, he has built this whole thing from the ground up. I just come out and talk, man. And, it's sort of like, and I can't promise this, but I want to be more involved with the Kevin and Greg live stuff, especially with my name being attached to it. I'm not editing anything. It would be a complete clusterfuck. But yeah, man, thank you guys for listening, and thank you, Greg, for putting it together. And yeah, I'm really fucking excited for Kevin and Greg, man, and Greg and Kevin for sure.
Yeah, and like you said, we really emphasize more of the water sport type of conversations, and one of the changes that Kevin and I are going to be making is we're going to talk about other things. It's not always going to be about water sports. There's going to be some context, because that's what we do. We're in that space. So there's still going to be a lot of conversations. We have some great guests coming up, but we might mix it up a little bit. And I think you're all going to appreciate that, because a lot of you are just like us. So many of our listeners are just like us. We're into different things. We're into investing. We're into video games. We're into all this stuff. Like, we're
not into video games.
I'm into video games.
You and my kids are into video games.
I want to talk to someone who like a professional sports card trader. Like, that would be fun.
Yeah, I would too.
What are the old baseball or basketball cards that are selling really well? I like someone like that on the show. And if you have ideas for us, let us know, because we want to talk.
I got one.
Okay.
I got one. I think we should have our kids on a podcast and have them be on it, man. How fun would that be?
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
We will do that.
Get our wives on. That'd be good.
Yeah, and can I pivot us? Can I pivot us to a minute? Like, I know we don't have a topic, but something like this summer, I've really realized, right? Like, I've been talking with other operators, other business guys, like Greg and I, to our personal conversations, right? Like, how much in our 40s, I'm 47, you're 42, 41. How much we miss our families, man. Like, between podcasts and books and events, which isn't even our hustle, right? That's just a thing that we do. Like, if I had to depend on book sales and podcasts and event money, I would be coming to you from a fucking alley, where the box was, where me and my family were trying to live. Because this is just something that we do for an enjoyment, and it helps our businesses directly, indirectly. But that's one thing we do. Like, Greg has 3 software companies, 2 full stack software companies with employees, with offices, with development, with budget. I have 2 physical businesses. I mean, arguably more than that. I mean, but for all sake, we'll call it two. At least one large physical business and then one large e-com business, one software business. And both of those businesses for Greg, both of those businesses for I, plus the event, plus the personal branding, like we are, Greg's like, let me ask you, does it sometimes feel like you're faking the funk or like, like, oh, I'm not really an influencer. I'm just sitting in an office in Destin, just running my business. You feel like a normal guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But we both know that to our listeners, to people that are in the group, we're not. Like they just like, I don't, and I'm not like, my head's not exploding here, but we do the things, right? We go talk at conferences. We're quasi, people know us. We both do really well. We are, for lack of a better term, living and breathing the American dream.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking pain in the ass. It is like our kid, we don't see our kids. We are working all the time. And we're on, you know what I mean? Like traveling and going to this, going to that. Like when it gets into conference season, you'll be away from home. During summer, you're in the office like 12 hours a day. And, part of like the stuff I've been putting on my personal page and some of the stuff that I've shared is that it's just like, this is hard. This is hard on your family. This is hard on your life. And we've talked about the mental health struggles in not just water sports, but in all blue collar business. And I think that like you see it in other groups. Like Greg, like I mean, I don't know, you tell me, what do you see inside of your the other group that you're in, the coaching program you're in?
Oh, the peer coaching group?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all the same stuff. It's all the same entrepreneur challenges. It's staffing. We had one other person so I do a peer coaching group with other SaaS companies, and we had one woman in there. She's just burned out. She's so burned out that she just wants to walk away from everything. It's just, I mean, we're all running into the same problems as small businesses. It's all the same thing. And it's just always great to have other people that you can talk to. And honestly, when she came to that meeting, our meetings are 3 hours long. They're pretty long. She came in and she was a wreck. After time she left, she even told everybody how much better she felt just talking to other people, just opening up. So yeah, that's why we created this community. It's one of the reasons why we created it, so people can actually talk to others that are going through similar things. Because we all in some way, shape, or form are dealing with very similar issues, but just in a different context.
Yeah, everybody, right? And then when you look at our employees, right, like especially in water sports or plumbing or electricians or construction workers, now you have this the other stress of not making the money, right? Of 50 grand a year, 60 grand a year, 100 grand a year, right? Family can't barely live on 100 grand a year anymore. And now we transfer all that stress in water sports, at least. Like you're more corporate. You're obviously not grinding your people to the bone, 7 days a week in summer, but they feel the pressure to a lesser extent, maybe, or to a similar extent. I can't make that call. 40 hours a week in any job where it becomes high pressure, whether it be sales, whether it be water sports, whatever it is, but where you have like founder led companies or just high demand, low paying, mid paying, high paying jobs. It's just not the entrepreneurs that suffer and go through the hell of like trying to figure out your business, your life, your community, like all the things that it means to like just try and get by in life. But when the added extra pressure of trying to make the bills and make ends meet, oh my God, dude, like some of our people, I just can't even imagine how difficult it is for them. Obviously, we bear the burden because they, for the most part, maybe go home and shut it off, right? They vent to their wife, they play with their kids, they do their thing, they shut it off. Us as entrepreneurs, we dream about it. And that's another layer of stress that, call it the workers, the salaried, the labor, the office worker, the mailman, whatever it may be. That's a pressure that they carried, and we didn't want to carry that pressure anymore. So we picked up way more pressure, way more stress, way more headaches. And it's the two-sided fork of living the American dream and earning your keep and making the whole thing work is that it's a balancing act. And if we can't slow down, if we can't drop the balls and just sit for a minute and, man, marvel at the amazing thing that we have built and the journey that we've all been on, man, then it's like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing as people? What are we doing as the little kids inside us that playing video games, the little kids inside us that want to jump in the pool, the little kids that are like, hold on, I'm running late for my podcast with one of my best friends in the world. And, Awkward Watersports Guys and Kevin and Greg Live has just been such a blessing in my life, dude. And, and this whole thing that we've done, for a while, I was getting really stressed out about it. I didn't want to do it anymore. And you know this, man. You know that I was like, man, I'm putting too much on the plate. And, in full transparency, like, some of the people in the peer group saw me like cracking in the middle of July. So I know they cracked too, man. And hell, Greg, I mean, you never cracked, dude. You're always even keel, man. How the hell do you stay so sane in all of this, bro?
I don't. I just don't. I don't bring it. I don't bring it to the public. But at home, so I talk about. Everyone knows I play video games. When I play video games, everything in the world just stops, and I'm just zoned in. And I play with a few guys that we're the same. We talk about this. They're high stress jobs. We just zone out. We play, and when you can zone out completely, phones off. You're not working. You're not talking to any of your family. You're just in your own zone. Wow, what a way to de-stress. And for some people, it could be fishing. Some people could be taking a walk or working out. But that is mine. I get on there and I just zone out. I don't think about everything. And man, that is a refresher for me. And I think it could be for a lot of other people. There's just different ways of dealing with it.
Yeah,
that's how I do it. That's how I do it. And I just try to come to work and just do what I need to do. But yeah, I do stress. Like nothing's been perfect.
Wait. I got to ask you a question though. Like, who do you play video games with?
I joined a Facebook group for people that are 40 and up that play Fortnite. Yeah, I did. And then I met a bunch of, I play with doctors, lawyers.
You play with Everett. You play with your son, don't you?
Oh, I play with Everett. Oh yeah. I play with my son. Well, yeah, I play with him first and foremost. Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know. To me, that's the most amazing thing, dude. And I don't mean to step on your feet here, right? Like but sometimes I feel like you miss the message, right? Sometimes. And I'm just like, that to me is the most amazing thing. Like when I think about my kids and I think about like hanging out with them, we get a few minutes in the pool here. We get I'm really bad about it though. It's like very hard for me to connect with my kid. And when I see you playing video games with Everett and both you guys just kind of like zoning out and doing your thing, like, I just think that's the most amazing thing ever. Some guys do football, some guys do soccer. You share your love of games and like entrepreneurship and investing with him. And I think Everett's such an amazing little dude. He comes to the conference. Yeah, come to the conference, come to the port, meet Everett.
He was working the registration desk, and he was a little slow. We had to put him to the side because he was taking too much time. But yeah, he loved it.
he's as tall as Greg. You can't miss him, and a little bit younger looking, but barely younger looking than. But yeah, no, I just want to say, yeah, you brought him to the port, right? You bring him to the port. You play video games with them. You share your world with them. And for guys like us, that's so hard, man. You know what I mean? How do I show my kids selling other than them being like, but I bait myself up, but we do Pokemon. Me and the girls do Pokemon. Me and Atlas wrestle. I don't really have a lot of like, their hobbies are just collecting. So I end up spending a ton of money because I'm just like, yeah, let's do that. But I recently, both my daughters started playing guitar. We've got a studio in the new house. So I will more than likely be coming live from the new studio when I start recording this again, just depending. I got a couple different studios I'm putting together, but I'm putting the studio together so me and my family can make music together. I'm a drummer by trade, as you would call it, a terrible guitar player. Yeah, that's what I did. I was I played drums in bands. I call it like a journeyman. Like if I would have continued on playing music, it would have been probably as a drummer. Because I was in a death metal band too, but screaming, it turns out, is not like very palatable for the listener. But at any rate, yeah, no, my kids play guitar. They've recently got into that. I'm recently now getting them into hobbies that we can get into. I did baseball and stuff like that, but I was always doing it like this, not really being involved. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Yeah, I'm really excited. So Greg, like, catch us up. What do we feel like the next year for Craig and Gavin? Jesus Christ, Greg and Kevin live. Like, what should listeners be on the lookout for? How excited should they be? Like, what do you think we're gonna do in the next few months? Because I know we're just making it up as we go.
Well, I mean, obviously we have the port event. Everyone knows we talk about that all the time. By the way, www.theportevent.com. I don't think we actually announced that we have a website for it.
No, we're terrible marketers.
No, actually, there is a commercial. I created a commercial for the port, and they're going to hear it. It's going to happen on this show. I don't know when he's going to. Oh, Tristan, too. We hired our first employee of the port, or just our media company. So Tristan Hagman, he's going to start next week for us, which will be the week that the show goes live. So that's actually a big step up for us because we've always just done this, on our free time. Now we actually have someone dedicated. So that's another big move for the rebrand. We have help now. But as far as like what to expect, we're just going to kind of double down on the community. So we have our peer coaching, and we have a really great group. We've met about 4 or 5 times already, and I can tell they've really seen a lot of value in that. We have the Facebook group. We're investing a lot in building the Facebook group. Our goal is to have 20,000 new members by the end of the year. And then we talked about the podcast, just kind of going a little more horizontal in the topics. And I think it's pretty exciting.
What about the events at the port?
As far as the
the network. So, I mean, are we allowed to talk about all the stuff we've been planning, or do we got to do this in stages?
No, we could talk about some of the stuff we're doing for port.
All right, I think we should carrot dangle a little bit here, but as it gets closer, we've got a lot more events. Like, so last year was a jet ski parking competition, and we're going to do that again. But we have more competition. And let's just say those competitions will happen outside at the event. They will happen on the water in the networking events. And then they might happen in, let's just say, Greg's arena. And so we have a lot more awards, a lot more competitions. By the time this is done, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like two 12-year-olds from 1995 put together a conference, because we're not going to stop bringing value, and we're not going to stop bringing enjoyment for you guys. At the end of the day, Greg and I are both Disney World guys. We both like sell awesome products to people to have fun. This is not you guys sitting around and learning. That is the biggest portion of it, or me standing on the stage and telling you what you need to do. That's a portion of it. But we want you guys to love it. We want you to enjoy it. We want you to come back from the port and go, man, that was informative. It was inspiring. And it was fucking amazing to commune with the people in this industry that love it as much as we do and want to continue to grow this community and our families and our businesses together and have an amazing time doing it. I can't think of a better way to make a living or make friends. And it's going to be the best event we've ever done, hands down, because me and Greg, mostly Greg, has been working his ass off on it. But he's been also working his ass off on a lot of both of our ideas that we have for it. And so I won't sell myself too short.
I want to share. Can we share the one event? So
which one?
The N64 event.
No, I don't think we should.
I want to share.
Fine, do it. You can't help yourself.
Just the one. Okay, so one of my favorite games on N64 was Wave Race. It's the jet ski racing game. It's awesome. So during the opening session, we're gonna have a we're gonna pick four individuals, and they are going to have a race, and we're gonna have it on the big screens, and everybody in the audience can vote for who they want to win or who they think will win, and whoever votes the right winner will receive something, and obviously the winner of the wave race will win something too. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Uh, it's actually a really fun game. You can do flips and the cool courses. Yeah, it's a good game.
The
Have you played
sadness.
that? Have you played that game, Wave Race?
No, dude, I was hanging out with girls.
Oh.
I wasn't. I was a nerd too. I just didn't play video games. I was hanging out probably in your parents' car stealing stuff, if
You
I'm
were
being honest.
probably 17, 18 when that game came out because I was like
I,
12.
oh yeah, I was definitely up to no good, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's one thing. We got like so many sponsors still signing up that there's just all these things could change because we like to make it fun. And we
Hey,
got
you know who's sponsoring this episode?
who?
McDonald's.
You know what? You came into my office one time and I had Wendy's and you gave me so much shit about that Wendy's.
Yeah, things change. I mean, mostly because Wendy's is gross and they have square
Oh, come
hamburgers and
on.
gross fries. No, dude, come on, man. McDonald's is like the biggest corporation in the world because it's wonderful and delicious. You want some French fries?
Yeah, Wendy sucks.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Culver's and Chick-fil-A though. Culver's is probably the best. Chick-fil-A probably number two.
I fuck with Chick-fil-A heavy, not so much Culver's. Yeah, no, my family loves Culver's, but I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another shot. I've been eating nothing but fast food for the last 2 weeks. I mean, 2.5 weeks because I've been moving into this house and it's been taking forever. Movers, all the things. And then I'm old, dude. I'm 47. I cannot do long bouts of lifting boxes and carrying stuff. We have these kids come in, super cool, two guys. They moved our house. 23-year-old kid, he's in a death metal band. Other kids into EDM. I'm like, man, you guys are awesome. And then after the kid left, he sent me his stuff. They were really good. And now I'm thinking about wanting to put out their album. Like, start a record label for fun. It's Wednesday. I'm bored. Or it's actually Friday. You got any plans
No,
for the
it's
weekend?
uh no, I don't. No. I'm gonna cut the grass when I go home. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well,
Um
we're going to go ahead. Go ahead.
uh
Running out of shit to say. This is problematic. You know what?
I have a lot to say, but
All right, go ahead and say it. You love me. You finally
no.
want to profess your love for me. You want to get an apartment with me, dude. That's exactly what I'd love to do. You and
Are you
I live in an
sure are
apartment.
you sure we shouldn't just go back to the awkward water sport guys?
No,
Just
not at all.
you know what's funny? One of our friends and colleagues, I would probably more say, is like, how in the hell are you guys putting on events and doing all this? Like,
Don't give a shit.
why are people keep coming back to these events? That's the question. You know, people work their ass off their whole life to build an event that's half the size, and everyone keeps coming back for us knuckleheads. But I think it just says a lot that sometimes people just want to do business with people like themselves. And
Authenticity. That's why.
authenticity.
No,
Yeah.
because we're authentic. And I think this speaks to the peer group and everybody else. Look, dude, you want to do great in 2026? Fucking be authentic. You want to be a copycat? Fucking, bullshit marketing, Google ads, all this. You don't want to work hard, be authentic, share your journey, share your wins, share your losses. You'll do great. I mean, I have been authentic since day one. Don't get me wrong, a lot of therapy, a lot of bullshit in my life, but at the end of the day, I've always been me, good, bad, or indifferent. And I've always led with my heart, and I've always worked my ass off, and I've always had a big sack. And I always sack up, and I keep trying, and I keep fighting. That's who I am. That's why I am impossible to fucking beat. because I've taken so many losses in this game, so many losses in life. I just keep getting up, fighting, having my double quarter pounder, enjoying life. And you know what? If it all blows up, then I'll just have to get up and sack up. Maybe I go to Lowe's and get a job for a year. Maybe I'm a Walmart greeter. But I guarantee you, my mind starts spinning and I get back up and I keep fighting. And that's this entire industry. And I think that's why they show up, because they're fucking awesome. And I
Yeah,
think
I
they
agree.
look at me and they think, hey, Kevin's an awesome guy too. Greg seems like an awesome guy too, because we're just being ourselves and they want to come and be around that. And at the end of the day, the people that rent your boats, jet skis, parasail, head boats, food charters, same. They want to go and have an amazing time with an authentic company that cares about their people and cares about their experience. And if that ain't you, good luck.
Well, we're coming to the end of the show, but before we go, I want to give a big shout out to all the people that have helped us get here to this rebrand. So I'm going to shout out some of our corporate sponsors first. Granite Insurance, obviously Wave Res, Take My Boat Test, Dustin Miller, Conversion Assist, Von Mack Agency, KCBK Group, AMP Agency. There's obviously all of our sponsors that came to the port. There's a lot of them. I won't name them, but all of you, thank you. And all the branding for Kevin and Greg Live, that's Von Mack Agency. Huge shout out to America and her team. They've been helping us for the last few years. Any of the awesome creative you see, the banners at the port, that's America and her team. And
hey, wait a minute. If we got to split it, we got to be fair. AMP Agency and Steve Edwards here from the very beginning, man. He's been a supporter of the show. My business partner in Take My Boat Test. She's been on a lot of different shows in the beginning. AMP Agency is still out in Vegas. They're still grinding. Steve is still doing water sports, but they weren't just getting started, but he started trying to do his own podcast, all this sort of stuff when they first got started. But he's always been a huge supporter of the show and a really great friend to me. And I would be remiss, man. Like, we would not be friends. There would be no Take My Boat Test without this podcast, because he emailed us or messaged us or whatever it was, and that's how we got involved in our community. And Von Mack, Steve, Dustin, the three OGs in this business, and we appreciate you guys so much for supporting us throughout the years.
Yeah, people that gave us money in the early days on our podcast, that was funny. I'm like, oh my God, people are actually paying us to talk shop. And
who knew?
Who knew? Yeah. And you know what? You can talk to each one of them and they'll tell you it's paid off. I can't tell you how many listeners are working with the three of them. And, it's very mutual. Just lastly, you're probably going to hear this ad for the port. We already talked about it a little bit. Make sure you get your tickets. It ends August 31st, as we have a discount right now, $25 off. It ends August 31st. www.portevent.com. Also, if you want to be a sponsor, we still have booths left. So reach out to Kevin. You can DM him. You can call him, email Kevin at Destiny Water Ventures. We love to have you. This is going to be the biggest event we've had yet. We're already about like 50% over what we sold in tickets. A lot of new faces too. Actually, there are more new faces that have booked than we had previously this year. So very diverse crowd we're going to have. So anyways, we hope you enjoy the rebrand and the new Kevin and Greg Live. And we're going to have some really fun shows coming up. So we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. And man, we used to say keep it awkward, but I think now we got to say, like, let's get live.
I think we need to keep it awkward, because that's part of our origins. That's part of where we came from.
Nah, we need a new tagline, man. Get wet. Okay. What did you want to call the show back at Watersports Warriors?
That was just one of the ideas that came.
Oh my God. Can we rebrand to Watersports Warriors? You have a fucking spear and I have a hatchet.
You know what's funny? These jet ski rental companies, you guys got to change your fucking names. Slippery When Wet Rentals, Slippery Pickle Rentals. I mean, Jesus Christ. You guys.
Yeah, dude. I don't. Hey, listen. When I wanted to start a parasail company, I was going to name my boat Shooting Loads. So, hey, man, we gotta keep true to our '80s and '90s. But yeah, man, like I don't know, Get Live. I like Get Live. That's pretty good, man. Like Get Live. Like it sounds like a sounds really bad. Maybe we don't need a tag. We don't need a tagline. How about hey, man, thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Or just keep it awkward.
Or Get Live.
All right. All right. See ya.